They passed through the opened door and headed to the next room. Junpei jogged down the short staircase and looked around.
What the hell is this place?
It's the torture room. The words had sprung unbidden to his lips, but it was clear why. Junpei shivered. Lotus and Seven reached the bottom of the stairs and stopped short, terrified.
Ugh, this room is really creepy.
I think we ought to get the hell out of here now.
He jogged up the stairs on the opposite side of the room and shook the door on the wall next to the catwalk. It didn't open, and he muttered to himself.
Figures.
It's locked, isn't it?
Yep. Don't know why I thought this would be any different.
So, what is this room for, anyway?
Junpei looked around the room again.
Well, there's a chair in the center of the room.
Oh, looks uncomfortable to say the least. I'd rather not sit in it if I can avoid it.
The back of it was covered with electrodes connected to a nest of wires.
Looks like it's placed over some kind of glass panel. Too dark to look through it, though.
Junpei turned to look around the right side of the room. There was a table covered with a piece of cloth.
This isn't dried blood on the tablecloth, is it?
On top of the table were a number of metal instruments. Junpei didn't know what they were for, and he had a feeling he didn't want to find out.
Oh, what the hell is this? What are these tools for?
I like how there's a couple of springs in there, of all things.
That's not something I even want to think about.
Junpei shook his head in an attempt to clear it and tried to focus on something else.
No doubt about it. This room's dangerous. Let's make our search quick so we can solve the puzzle and get the hell out of here. Come on.
More puzzles. Delightful. The torture room puzzle. Ooh, my favorite. Alright, so we got a little doodad over here. The needle on the gauge is at 0. It doesn't look like it's going... Spuddling. It doesn't look like it's going to move. Okay. All of the dials are pointing in different directions. Spuddling, I can't see. Maybe something will happen if we turn them? Ha! Shoot. Spuddling, I cannot see the text. They're all rusted. I guess turning them doesn't really do anything. Red, yellow. You think the colors mean something? No idea. I mean, red looks more dangerous, but other than that... The bottom of this one looks like it's covered in rust. I'm having to... I can't see. If I crouch down, there we go. I don't think it'll move at all. There's a cat in the way, you know, in case you couldn't tell. Alright. Buttons. There are a bunch of buttons here with the letters A through F on them. I wonder if they do anything. Down you go. So if I press it again, back you come. I guess these buttons switch something on or off when you push them. There are a ton of knobs here. Doesn't seem like any of them do anything, though. Do you think it's broken? Alright, that doesn't seem like it's for us right now. The balls. No. The chair. We got a doodad here. Okay. There's a whole lot of cables coming out of that thing. It's really kind of a mess. I can barely tell which is which. There's something on the screen. This device will conduct the experiment. Once the experiment has been completed, the door will unlock. First, adjust the switches to match the blocks in the sample above. Huh. I don't know what this thing is, but we gotta figure this out. It's right next to a torture chair. Whatever it is, I don't think it's good. Anyway, we just adjust the switches to match the blocks up on top, right? You adjust the switches shown at the 4 corners of the screen, and then press the check button. Junpei, we don't know what this thing does. You can always come back to it later. There are lots of other things you could do. Okay. Ah. Ah, yes. Quite. Well, that's very illuminating. Whenever you turn on one of these switches, more blocks show up on the screen. So I think you gotta figure out which buttons you have to press in order to get the screen to match the diagram. Right, but what diagram? You want to see how many blocks each... Yeah. Okay, I don't need the hints right now. I'm trying to find the fucking diagram at the moment. What's this? This tank thing is connecting the pipes. This looks like it's supposed to split a pipe or something. But this one just connects a pair of... Yeah, but this one just connects a pair of pipes. You could have done the same thing with more pipe. It doesn't really seem like they need it here. I wonder if there's a reason for it. Look inside. I thought there was a hole here, but I guess it's got a cover on it. You aren't going to be able to get that thing off. It's bolted on there real good. Maybe there's something around here we can use to get that thing off of there. Can you see anything in there? If you can't see anything, I don't really think we need to bother with trying to open it. It's too dark to see anything. Huh? Did I see something shiny in there? Okay. Wrench. A number of rusty torture tools are lined up here. I don't think there's anything else here we need. Alright. Get wrenching. Bolted on there pretty good. Should be able to get those bolts off with the wrenches we just got. Sweet, it's open. The hole's too small, you can't see in even with the cover off. Well, you can't see in, but I think there's enough room to stick your arm in. Are you sure you want to do that? There could be something dangerous in there. If James Sunderland can shove his arm down a toilet, you know, we can shove our arm in this tank. I have to admit that scares me a little, but we need to see if there's anything useful in there. Alright, here we go. Arm into the hole. Hey, I think I can feel something. It's small, cold, and hard. Doesn't feel like there's anything else in here. Alright, let's see what this thing is. Sun key. Oh. Well. I see. So, now... You know. The sun key should fit into the keyhole on those manacles. Oh. Well, I'm okay. Alright, sun key, in you go. And yes. Great. They're open. I don't think we're gonna need the sun key again in here, huh? Just seems unlikely. Alright, sun key, you've done your job. Into my pocket with you. Okay. Well, they're open. What are you gonna do now? Let's just look around some more. I got a feeling that something will happen. Right. We should try and figure out what the device over in the corner is for at any rate. You mean this boy over here? Crank some levers. I guess we might as well try. Let's give it a shot. Nope, no dice. Wait. Oh, give me that. You just ain't man enough. Ah, Spudling moved. I can see again. Let's see how much of a man you are. Hey, you gotta break it. Man, that thing ain't going anywhere. What about that one? These levers have got to turn something on. Of course they would. All they can do is turn something on or off. What's important is what they turn on or off. Don't say the floor is going to suddenly open up. Alright. What's wrong, Jinpei? What are you doing on the floor? Well, I thought maybe if I got down here I could see through the glass. It's not working, though. You don't think it's just a large sheet of glass they put in an indentation? I don't know, I mean, why would they do that? Yeah, it seems like a bit of an odd thing to do in the torture room. You know, not really meant to be aesthetically pleasing. And the placement of the chair. You're not making sense, Junpei. What's your point? Well, I'm not sure, but don't you think there's something under the glass? Yeah. Yeah. Wonder if it's hollow? Sure. Okay. Adjust the switches to match the blocks on top and then press the button. Alright. So, you know. Are we just trying to get the top to match the bottom here? There isn't much else in this room, you know? Alright, let's click the hint button. Oh, are we just trying to do this? Can I just... That's it? Well, I guess I was overthinking it. I was expecting hint to not just be the answer to the puzzle. You know what I mean? I kind of figured we were meant to interface with something else. My bad, I guess. That's like not even really a puzzle at that point. Adjustment is complete. Now proceeding to execution phase. To complete the experiment, data must be collected from subject. Once preparation is finished, please place subject in chair. Whoa, whoa, I thought we solved the puzzle already. What does it mean by preparation? I don't know. I've got a bad feeling about this. I think this means one of us has got to sit in the chair. Well, Seven's never going to fit in that thing. It's either you or me, Junpei. Collecting data. I wonder if it's going to run electricity through the subject. There's a human head on the screen. Maybe it's going to zap the brain with a little electricity. This really doesn't sound safe. Anyway, we've still got to prepare. We can talk about this after we figured out what it means by preparation, alright? Well, it wants us to prepare, so maybe we ought to ask it what we need to do. Please tell me. The disposal tank is closed. Please fill the tank with water. What tank? Oh man, don't tell me we gotta do something with a water tank. Well, there's probably something around here to open the tank or whatever it's asking us to do. It looks like the only controls are in this room. Well, I have in fact already opened that tank behind you. Yeah. You got anything else to say? Fill the tank with water. Okay. So, now will you do something? Oh wait, it's got some, I should be able to pull this one. Let's go. Alright, let's pull the lever. Hit the lever! Is that water? What the hell? What's going on? Will you calm down? It's just water going somewhere. No need to be concerned about that. It's not like the boat's gonna sink anytime soon. It sounds like it's underneath us. That means the floor. Oh! Junpei, look. What's she... Oh, damn. I can see through the glass now. Oh. Well, yeah. Oh, Shork. I think I've figured out the next phase of the puzzle. EDBF. EDBF. What? There's a strange noise coming from the chair. It looks like it's been turned on. I guess the puzzle here was that the power had to be sent in a specific way. Do we have anything to say about this, Shork? EDBF on that shark's undersides are for the buttons on the control panel. Yeah. Alright, it's chair time. I don't think examining the chair is going to cost... Okay, fine. The restraining device is unlocked. Please seat subject in device. The message on the screen was disturbingly detached.
Well, like we thought, it's not going to work unless someone sits in it.
How ironic that this would be the situation in which this slim, beautiful body is useful.
Lotus, are you sure? I can sit in it and you can solve.
Junpei's right. If we screw it up...
Seven couldn't bring himself to finish the thought. His eyes fell to the floor. Junpei followed them. Beneath them was the dead shark floating underneath the glass. Perhaps it had been killed by an electric shock.
I'll be fine. Even if I fall in, the shark is already dead.
But...
No one likes an indecisive man, Junpei. I can still give you advice from the chair too, you know. I just don't want to stay in this room any longer than we have to. Go over to that screen and let's get this over with.
After her words had made it clear that Lotus would book no argument, she turned and walked toward the chair without hesitation. But she did not sit down. Despite what she had said, she did indeed feel hesitation. Her legs shook.
Look, do you think you could do me one last favor?
Don't say last.
You're making me nervous.
Just listen. If something happens to me, I want you to tell my daughters. Tell them that I loved them very much. No, tell them that I will always love them.
Daughters?
You've got kids?
Yes, I do. I suppose they're about your age, Junpei. They're twins. I had them when I was young after... well, some things happened. Their names are Nona and...
Oh?
Wait! Nona?
Junpei's words shut out before he even realized what he was saying. What's the other one? He remembered the story Seven had told him.
Aoi, Light, and Nona. Those were their names. Well, some of them. The kids that were in the experiment.
What the hell? What's wrong with you?
Lotus took a step back from Junpei.
Oh.
Seven looked just as shocked as Junpei. He blinked his eyes rapidly as if he weren't sure he was completely awake.
No way. It couldn't. Lotus, is your last name Kashiwabara?
Lotus's eyes went wide.
How do you know that?
Are you serious? What the hell is this? There's no way you're that kid's mom.
That kid? Wait, what do you mean that kid? Why are you acting like you've met her?
Seven's brow furrowed.
I have.
What?
Yeah, I met one of your kids.
When?
9 years ago.
Where?
On this ship.
Why were you...
It's not a short story.
Look, I don't care how long it is. Tell me, please, what happened here?
Fine, I'll tell you.
Seven glanced at Junpei, then turned back to Lotus and began to speak. It was the same story Junpei had heard only minutes before, every detail.
But... And then, that was when... From there, it looked like... Just as if, finally... That's all I remember from 9 years ago.
At last, Seven finished. Lotus shook her head.
Oh my god. Everything I've been looking for. For the last 9 years. The person who had all the answers was right here.
Looking for?
Yes, that's right. 9 years ago, my daughters disappeared. Then 9 days later, they came back. They never told me what happened to them over those 9 days. I took them to the doctor, but I was told they hadn't been hurt in any way. Still, I was sure that they had been through something terrible. So I couldn't bring myself to force them to talk about it. If I did, then I'd force them to relive whatever horrors they'd been through. I didn't have any choice. I had to try and ignore it and move on. A few months passed. Gradually, they started to act like they always had, before they disappeared. They smiled and made jokes and did all the silly things kids do. It got harder and harder for me to ask them about what happened. How could I ask them to remember that? Eventually, I knew there was no way I could do it. But I'm still a mother. I couldn't simply forget that something terrible had happened to my children. So I decided I would investigate what happened on my own. I would find out what happened during those 9 missing days.
What did you find out?
Nothing. The police pretended to be concerned, but they didn't do anything. Once the 16 children who'd gone missing came back, things were just... Even the media didn't talk about what had happened. I figured someone was probably paying or threatening them to keep their mouths shut.
Cradle Pharmaceuticals. No, probably something even bigger than that.
Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
Have you heard of them before?
No. It's the first time I've ever heard that name. 7. How did you find out that Cradle Pharmaceuticals was connected to the kidnappings in the first place?
I figured finding out whatever the victims had in common would lead me to the culprit. That's what any good cop does.
What did they have in common?
Every single one of the kids who disappeared had gone to this one hospital at some point. The hospital was one of a bunch that were under the control of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. After that, it was just about connecting the dots.
The hospital.
The hospital.
The hospital.
For a while, I was trying to get some kind of information out of the kids at the hospital. One of them told a weird story.
What was it?
Have you heard about the Gansfeld experiment?
Oh, this sounds like it's going to be a fun anecdote.
I guess all these kids had to go through it while they were at the hospital. I think it was passed off as some sort of counseling.
What did you call it again?
Oh, the Gansfeld experiment. This is how it's set up. First, subjects Q and A are put into separate rooms, far away from one another.
Question, why are they Q and A instead of like A and B?
Then a series of video images are shown to subject Q, who is told to send the images to subject A by thinking about them. Subject A, on the other hand, is put in a large reclining chair, given a blindfold. With their senses cut off, A is asked to guess what images Q is looking at.
Oh, yes, I've heard of that. It's a famous telepathy experiment, isn't it?
This seems to connect to the EDT story we were told, because that was also about transmitting information wirelessly, right? You know? So this seems to loop back round to that.
Telepathy. That's how the experiment on this ship was supposed to work.
The experiment to control people, right?
Yeah. I don't know if any of the telepathy stuff really exists, but maybe someone from Cradle Pharmaceuticals bought into it.
Lotus grunted. Seven had been thinking hard for the last several minutes and finally spoke.
Even if that is the case, I still don't get how that has anything to do with any of this. The notary game, Zero, why we were kidnapped. What does any of that have to do with telepathy? I know I brought all this up, but
Well,
I have no idea.
So it's probably not about telepathy, right? Because we've now been told 2 stories about something transmitting data wirelessly, so it's probably not about telepathy. It's probably about data transmission for some reason or another.
Maybe none of this stuff is connected after all.
No, you told me such a similar story like an hour ago. Well, not a similar story, something with a similar underlying principle. Then, in that moment of silence, a cold voice echoed down from the ceiling.
No subject has been detected. Unless a subject is detected within 60 seconds, all power will be shut down.
Well, that's one way to get the story moving again, I suppose.
System recovery is estimated to take 1 hour. If you wish to proceed with the experiment, please seat subject in the restraining device.
Whoa, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going.
Oh, no, that's not what we...
Just hurry up and get it over with. Junpei, I'm counting on you.
Right.
Lotus sat down in the chair. Junpei looked at her one last time, then made his way to the monitor.
Lotus, please, tell me right away if you feel anything weird.
You worry too much. Now get on with it and be a man, or June's gonna leave you.
Lotus was putting on the best act she could manage, but her legs were shaking so much that if she hadn't been sitting, she'd likely have fallen down.
Lotus.
Failure was not acceptable.
Okay, let's do this.
Junpei took one last deep breath and stared at the monitor. Are we just doing this? Oh, hold on. So, that's good. Gotcha. Wait, is that good? Yeah, all the squares are the same. So here... Yeah. We want just 4 on each one. I see. Doesn't see at all. Do we have to do... Does the other side affect this? What do we want over here? We want all on the bottom and then all one on the up top. So that's right. Yep. Coming back over here. That's not right. Bottom one is now right. Top one is not. Wait, no, that's wrong. Now that's right. Coming back over here, this is now wrong. Okay. I see. Doesn't see it all. Well, this is basically a trial and error puzzle, so give me a minute here. We did it. Alright, so it's just 2 on this side. And 1 on that side. We did it. The experiment has concluded. The door will now unlock. I can hear the door unlocking. And now we've got a new message. Release subject from restraining device. Lotus, are you alright? Yes, I am. I'm glad nothing bad happened, but I do think my life just got a little shorter. Hold on, I'll get you out right away. Shouldn't take long for Seven and me to get her out of here. Let's get out of here now. Being a guinea pig is not for me. Damn straight. I don't ever want to see this thing again. It wasn't that bad. Yeah. This was the door, right? Man, I keep just overthinking these puzzles. That was the most straightforward one yet. Just click the hint button and get it to line
Hallway
up.
goes to the left.
Yeah, but I don't see any doors.
Yes, we just need to keep going.
Right, let's go.
It turned left twice before they saw the elevator.
An elevator.
Just what we need. Let's take this to C-Deck.
In silence, they jogged up to it. Junpei pushed the C button. The elevator motor ground away, and before long they found themselves once again on C-Deck. The door opened and they stepped off.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Junpei, Lotus, and Seven nodded at one another and took off running down the long hallway in front of them. So what did we really... We didn't find anything, did we? They ran and ran and ran. The hallway seemed endless. No, wait, we found the sun key. Right. I forgot, because we used it for the puzzle in the room as well.
The door behind the central staircase. There was a sun symbol on the keyhole of that door. And I happen to have the sun key in my pocket right now. This should open that door.
That was why they ran for the central staircase. They had ran for quite some time, and they arrived at the door that ended the hallway. The Jupiter door was already unlocked.
Let's go!
Yeah.
Junpei grabbed hold of the doorknob and threw it open. They rushed through and stopped cold.
What?
The terrible scene before them made their blood run cold. Oh! Ah! Well. I see.
Why?
Junpei felt a cold sweat trickle down his spine. He couldn't breathe. His legs shook. His body felt cold, deathly cold. But his blood was boiling hot. He could feel his mind begin to fade. He couldn't think. He couldn't concentrate. His mind was blank.
What the hell? What the hell happened?
Seven's voice was weak and broken. He edged towards the bodies, his movements stiff.
Clover.
He bent down over Clover and pressed his fingers to her wrist.
Nothing. She's dead.
Suddenly, Lotus moved. Before he understood what was happening, her hand was in Junpei's vest pocket.
Hey, what are you doing?
He leapt back. Lotus looked up at him,
The
terrified.
key. Get me the sun key.
Why?
Why do you think? We have to get out of here before the murderer comes back.
The murderer?
Yes, Junpei. The murderer. Once again, Junpei looked at the dead bodies. Oh yeah.
Santa,
They were murdered, weren't they?
Clover, and Ace.
Now, question, are all of them dead? Because we've only checked Clover's pulse so far.
3 people, 3 dead bodies. That means that the person who had killed them was... No. No, it can't be true.
No. Snake still isn't dead.
Give it to me.
Before Junpei could react, Lotus dove back into his pocket and came out with the key.
Let's go.
Without waiting for Seven or Junpei, she ran straight for the central staircase. They followed. We did not check all of their pulses, either. Junpei shut his eyes and swallowed his emotions. Morning would have to wait. Soon they stood in front of the door.
Open.
Lotus shoved the sun key into the keyhole and twisted it hard. But
Why?
What happened?
Nothing. Nothing happened. I didn't feel it unlock.
Oh no. Is it the wrong key?
I don't know. Maybe.
Lotus sighed, defeated, and leaned against the doorknob. She felt it twist. A small gap appeared between the door and the frame.
It's open.
What the hell is this?
Wait, you mean the door was already unlocked?
Why?
And how would I know that?
Well, they probably also found a sun key, right?
Whatever, let's just go.
Because presumably this is the last door, so Zero might have left multiple sun keys. Whatever. Lotus took a deep breath and slowly opened the door the rest of the way. They stepped inside. In front of them was another hallway. It stretched out toward the bow of the ship. They began to run. Faster and faster they ran, trying desperately to reach the end of the hallway. A few seconds later, they were there. In front of them stood a massive metal doorway. They were all breathing heavily as Junpei spoke.
What the hell is this door? I can't see anything that looks like a doorknob or switch or lever or card reader or anything. How the fuck are we supposed to open this?
Watch the fucking language.
We don't have a choice. We're gonna have to go back.
No, I'm not going back there. There is a murderer back there.
Alright, fucking crack this door down then. There was more stark terror in Lotus's voice than authority. She was almost begging.
But I don't see any other doors.
As he spoke, Seven stepped toward the door in front of them, as if to illustrate that it was the only door. Oh, it's automatic. Oh, well, that solves the problem, doesn't it?
No way.
It opened by itself.
It's an automatic door?
Look, guys, I've got a really bad feeling about all this.
You don't say.
The other doors were already unlocked, and this one's automatic. We haven't seen anything like this before.
Bad feeling.
How could their situation possibly get worse? 3 people were already dead.
We've hit bottom. This can't get any worse. Shit!
Hey, Junpei!
He stepped through the door.
I can't take this anymore. No one can.
And whatever hope Junpei had managed to summon disappeared.
No. It's a lie. It's gotta be. This can't be real. No. It's impossible. If it's a dream, just wake up already. Someone please tell me it's all just a joke. I'm imagining things. Yep, that's it. This is all obviously a lie. It's a big, elaborate trick. An illusion or something. Or a dream. It's made up.
It wasn't real, right? June? No, the code names meant nothing now. Connie.
Connie!
Well, that's rough. Junpei cried out and leapt through the door. He flew to her side, his heart like a stone in his chest.
Connie! Connie, hang on!
Junpei swept her up and shook her by the shoulder. She moaned and her eyes fluttered open, but only barely.
Connie!
Jumpy?
Her face was pale and her lips were dry and cracked. Her eyes were blank and cloudy. They stared straight at Junpei, but saw nothing. Junpei put his hand against the small of her back to hold her up. It felt warm and wet. He lifted his hand up. It was covered in blood.
Oh man. Connie, there's so much blood. What the hell happened to you? How did this happen?
It was all he could do not to break into tears.
I'm sorry.
Her voice was thin, a minuscule thread that was the only thing keeping her with him.
I might not make it.
No way. No way I am going to let you die. I am going to save you. I promise.
Thank you, Jumpy. Thank you so much for everything.
Real quick, who stabbed you?
I was really happy to see you again, Jumpy. Really happy.
Don't give me that I was crap. You're going to see me again lots more times. You just got to hang on. All right, Connie? You... Ow, what can I do? Damn it!
He looked up from Connie, desperate for something, anything.
What's that?
Then he saw it. A small submarine.
A submarine? What on earth is a submarine doing here?
No, that didn't matter. Nothing mattered except saving Connie. That was the only thing he wanted.
That's it!
Junpei turned his head back to look down at her.
Hang on, all right? There's a submarine over there. I'm gonna go see if it works.
No, don't go. Please, don't go. Please, just stay with me, okay? I want to be close to you, Jumpy. When I...
Connie.
Jumpy, did you know you meant a lot to me when we were kids? I've liked you for a long time, Junpei. A really long time.
Junpei's vision had gone blurry. It took him a moment to realize his eyes were filled with tears. He could feel a piercing point of heat deep in his heart, like a white-hot flame.
Jumpy, do you remember we hung out a lot when we were kids? We went to the pool and to the fair. Do you remember playing snowball at the school? They're all memories I'll never forget. All of those moments are treasures to me. I also wanted to go to a lot of other places with you. A lot more. But that won't happen now.
No. I mean, yes. Yes, it will happen. We'll go all sorts of places, Connie. You hear me? I promise. We'll go wherever you want.
Really?
Yeah, really. I swear.
That makes me happy. Really happy.
She said it to herself over and over, a weak smile creasing her tired face.
Jumpy, I feel sleepy.
No, Connie, don't fall asleep.
Thank you, Jumpy. Thank you so much.
Her eyes were slowly closing. Junpei screamed even as he felt his throat go hoarse.
Connie! Connie! Connie!
F's in the chat. Time passed. Junpei wept, curled around Connie's body. He cried and cried until he had no tears left. When the last tear fell, Junpei was no more. His body remained, but only as an empty shell. Somewhere he heard a bell ring. It was the clock at the central staircase. It rang 5 times, then faded.
5 o'clock.
Quietly, gently, softly, he set Connie down on the floor. Slowly, Junpei stood. Only then did he realize that Seven and Lotus had not followed him. Where had they gone? Slowly he looked around the room. There was nothing. No sign that they had ever been there. It felt as though every part of Junpei's body was made of lead. Slowly he made his way to the door he'd come through. As he approached, it opened, sliding apart with a sound like grinding stone. Junpei passed through the gate and into the hallway. Damn. This is Snake's being very thorough right now. His heart rattled in his chest, an empty, lifeless thing. It had been so utterly broken there was nothing left to feel. When he saw their bodies, he simply stared. It was a lake, a sea of blood. 2 bodies lay in it. There was no need to check. There was no breath left in them. His eyes lit on Lotus's wrist. Her bracelet. It was gone. He stared. It meant nothing to him. He didn't care anymore. He couldn't care anymore. Junpei's body felt numb. A part of him knew the lump of lead in his chest had once been a heart. He couldn't quite remember what it had been for. Tears poured from his eyes in great streams. He wasn't sure why. He gave up trying to make them stop. He turned around. The door opened again, and slowly, numbly, he walked through. He kept walking. Why stop? An object set in motion. Simple inertia carried him forward. Eventually, he found himself in front of the submarine. His arm reached for the hatch. And then he was floating in water. His eyes stared down into it. He couldn't see the bottom. His back was hot. Dimly, he felt the blade of a knife in it. Who? One dead body lay behind door number 5. The body of the 9th man. Another lay in the shower room. The body of Snake. Doubt. At the central staircase were 3 more. Also doubt. Ace, Santa, and Clover. Just outside the door were 2 corpses. Those of Seven and Lotus. And in this very room lay the body that had once been Connie. And now Junpei would join them. Who, then, had killed them all? Who? Junpei let out one last breath. Faintly, he felt the bubbles creep up the side of his face. His consciousness faded quickly, dissolving away into the cold, gentle lapping of the water. I don't think that was the ideal ending. Must we watch the credits? Is there... I suppose we must watch the credits. Well, you know, I still think it's Snake, because he was the one that was unaccounted for the longest period of time, and I just don't think that that body was Snake, since they couldn't make out the face. Now, why, however, would Snake kill Clover? Great question. I don't know. Or maybe it was one of the other 3 dead bodies, you know. We didn't check Santa or Ace's pulse, so no guarantee they were dead either. Because, I mean, the alternative is just that there was some other person on the boat we hadn't seen this whole time. Which, you know, maybe Zero wasn't one of the 9 people. That just seems really unlikely. And then why just stab them all anyway? Right? If Zero set up this whole game, what's he stabbing them all for? We also never found the 9th door. So that's a bit weird. All in all, I feel like we got very little of the complete puzzle out of that one playthrough right there. But that's alright. It's the sort of, it's one of those, there's the flow chart, right? We're meant to do all of the different branches on the flow chart. The end. Or is it? No, it's not. Maybe move on now, thank you. Saw the submarine ending. Okay, okay. You have reached one ending. This game has multiple endings. In order to experience all the endings, you need to play through the game multiple times. Make sure to save your progress now to retain all of the information you've required. Memory of Escape has been added to the title screen. Memory of Escape enables you to replay the escape rooms you have completed. Okay. Oh, we've got 30 save slots? Let's crank that one on the 30 slot. Hell yeah. Here we go. Okay. Well, now, the most logical thing seems to be to go back here and do this branch. Then we work our way down. So probably do like this. Then knock out these. Right? Like do this one first, since that leads back up to this. Then do this. Sort of fill out the upper quadrant, and then do these other branches. Or do we just want to do these other branches first and then come back and do cleanup later? Or what if there's even more branches? What if we get down here and it goes, hands out, it goes over here as well, right? There's a lot of dead space over on this part. Either way, I think we'll do this part first. Yeah. Alright, this time we're going through door 4. I decided door 4 would be fine.
I'll go through door 4 with Lotus, Santa, and June. There's nothing to worry about. I just need to stay by her side.
June, Akane Kurashiki.
It should be fine. It's no problem this way. I should see the other 4 off.
He made no show of affection, but Junpei saw her as something more than just a friend from his childhood.
Looks like Ace and the others are going.
He watched the other 4 walk toward their door. Ace, Snake, Clover, and 7. Junpei said nothing as they left. Before long, they had reached door 5. They talked to one another for a few seconds, saying things Junpei couldn't hear, and then laid their hands one by one on the scanner panel of the red.
Now then.
Ace grabbed the lever. His face tight with determination, he turned his shoulder to look at Junpei and his companions.
Goodbye.
Be careful.
As Ace pulled the lever, the door swung open, the mouth of a great hungry beast.
So horrible.
Beyond the door, Junpei knew lay the sad remains of the 9th man. It did not surprise him that Ace, Clover, and 7 hesitated. The body was not a pleasant thing.
What are you doing? We need to hurry.
Snake had no such problems, as his blindness made him immune to the horror. He stepped through the door, his feet making a wet splack in the pool of blood. Splack is not the word I would have chose, but...
Snake, your shoes.
It's fine. Hurry! Or are you planning on dying with everyone else? I assume you haven't forgotten the door only remains open for 9 seconds, have you?
Sorry, Snake.
Let's go!
The 3 remaining steeled themselves and stepped through the door. Bye. Door 5 swung shut, closing with the heavy finality of metal upon metal. Junpei and his companion scrambled to the door.
Hey! How is it over there? Did you find anything? Please say something, will you?
Something's beeping.
It's just like before.
Probably the sound of the detonator on the bracelet.
Do you think they're okay?
Jun's face showed her concern more plainly than her words ever could. Almost as though in response to her question, a voice rang out from the other side. It was Seven.
Hey, there it is! That's gotta be that dead thing! Come on, get over here! We gotta authenticate!
The beeping stopped.
The sighs of relief were audible even through the heavy door.
Looks like it stopped.
Junpei and his companions leaned away from the door and breathed a collective sigh of relief of their own.
Hey, guys! Are you doing alright over there?
They'd heard Seven's voice, but it wouldn't hurt to be sure.
Yep, we're fine.
Despite the recent danger, Clover's voice was as bubbly as ever.
Oh, hey, I'm gonna tell you about this whole dead thing, okay? The dead is just like the red, but the color's different. You know how the red was red? Well, the dead is blue. Other than that, it's just like the red. Authenticating is the same too.
Awesome! Thanks. That helps a lot.
Well, we should probably move on now. You be careful out there.
Roger that.
Cool, cool. Junpei and the others left door 5 and headed toward door 4.
Now it's our turn. I'll go first.
They stood in front of the red and placed each of their hands upon it. Four asterisks appeared on the screen. Junpei grabbed the lever and turned around.
Okay. We ready? Yeah.
Sure.
Let's go.
None of them looked particularly optimistic, but their faces were set. Junpei nodded to them and turned back toward the red.
Alright. Let's go.
Crank it. With strength and determination, he hit the lever.
Run!
The 4 of them leapt through the door together. The moment they had passed through it, each heard a cold electronic sound coming from their left wrist.
Oh, damn.
In the center of each bracelet, a red skull appeared and began to flash.
It's counting down.
The detonator's countdown had begun. In the long moment that each of them spent staring at their wrists, the numbered door behind them closed, the sound of metal on metal reverberating down the hallway.
We can't go back!
Well, yeah.
We need to hurry and find the device.
Hey! Where the hell is the dead?
How would I know?
Don't give me that crap! Start looking!
I already am!
They began to run, eyes looking frantically for the device that was the key to their salvation. The hallway they found themselves running down was a long one, easily 300 feet in length. On the right side of it stood a series of wooden doors, all nearly identical. If they had taken time to think, they would likely have discerned that the doors led to cabins.
Don't tell me the dead is in one of those rooms.
Oh no! How many rooms do you think there are?
Junpei was too frightened to count properly, but his best guess there were 7 or 8 of them.
Ah, fuck! We don't have time to count.
Junpei ran to the nearest door.
Just need to open them all.
He grabbed the knob and shook it hard.
It won't open.
It didn't feel locked, more like someone had hammered an iron plate over the other side. Junpei turned around to find another door and saw that his companions had already run to doors of their own. They did not seem to be having any more success than he had. Their own words confirmed his fears.
Shit, this one's no good.
Same here.
I personally would be relieved that I didn't have to look inside all of the rooms.
It's not moving!
Jun was the last to speak up. As Junpei looked in their direction, his eyes caught something he hadn't noticed before. A small red blinking
There
light.
it is! At the end of the hallway! Run!
Even as he yelled, he ran. He grabbed Santa, Lotus, and June and pulled them toward the light. Santa called out to them as he ran.
Hey, how many more seconds do we have?
How would I know?
Our time limit is 81 seconds!
I know that, goddammit! I'm asking you how many seconds we have left!
In all likelihood, Junpei figured nearly a minute had already passed since the door had closed behind them. If that was true, urgency foremost in all of their minds, they arrived at the end of the hallway. The dead sat on the left wall, blinking almost tauntingly at them.
Hurry! It's the dead! Get over here!
Junpei grabbed hold of the machine, and his hands slick with sweat and shaking. He slammed his hand against the scanner panel.
Come on, everyone!
The other three quickly followed suit. With a grunt, Santa yanked the lever down. Hit the lever! So what? You're only like 10 seconds from exploding violently. What's the big deal?
Looks like it stopped.
His hands beginning to steady, Junpei wiped away some of the sweat that had beaded on his forehead. As they caught their breath, the four companions began to look around.
There's another door at the end of the hallway.
He could see a heavy-looking set of double doors. Set into the walls of the hallway on either side of the larger door were two smaller ones.
Let's try this one first. And of course it won't open.
How many times had he come across similar doors with similar results, he wondered. Or perhaps he corrected himself, more a lack of results. Whatever the reason, the door remained firm and unyielding, and refused to allow Junpei or anyone else passage.
A keyhole.
Above the keyhole was a small symbol engraved in the brass.
What's this mark? Male?
How nice of yet another door to give us its pronouns. He wasn't quite sure what to make of it and stared at it for a moment in confusion. It was June that corrected him.
No, not exactly. That's probably the symbol of Mars. Well, technically, they are the same symbol, but I saw a number of similar symbols near the main stairway. The symbols of the solar system.
Oh, that's right. The Sun, Saturn, and Earth.
At least that's what I'm assuming.
So this isn't the man symbol. It's a symbol for Mars?
That's my planet.
I think so, yes.
I see.
How ironic that I have that one, that Mars was mine, and then it's like, actually, I don't want the one with the male symbol.
Wait, where's Santa?
While Junpei and June talked, Santa had disappeared. They turned to find him some distance down the hallway. He had gone to check the other doors. Eventually, he reached the last of them and jogged back. It took him only a moment to catch his breath again.
Yeah, so, I looked the place over. Here's the deal. None of the other doors open.
Then that must mean...
We only have 2 more doors.
Lotus examined the doors on either side of the larger double door. Each one had a metal plate attached to it.
maybe it's the room number.
The door on the left has a B92, and the one on the right says B93. All right, let's open them. I'll open B92.
Okay, I'll get B93 then.
Junpei put his hand on the doorknob, and Santa moved to the other door. They'd made it through the numbered door alive. There was nothing more to be afraid of. Junpei and Santa looked at each other and nodded.
1, 2, 3!
Not sure why we're building up so much for this, but... In unison, they pushed against their respective doors. And promptly found themselves in a new room. June followed Junpei as he threw open his door. They turned around and saw that the door on the other side was open as well. Through the door was another person, his mouth agape. It was Santa.
Hey, it opened.
Yeah, it did.
Junpei and Santa looked at each other.
I didn't expect that.
It was so easy.
Lotus's calm voice broke into their thoughts.
Maybe this is all part of Zero's plan. Can't say I enjoy being treated like someone's puppet.
As she headed for room 93, Lotus
Well,
continued.
now we have these 2 rooms. I'm sure there's something in there that will help us get out of here. Let's find it. Santa and I will search this room. You 2 take the other one.
All right.
Okay.
Puzzle time. Alrighty. Let's see. So we've got a little dog picture here. A bit on the abstract side. This is kind of a weird looking picture. Do you think it's an abstract painting or something? It looks kind of like a demon with an elephant-like nose. That is not what I saw at all. Sucking on a human being's brain? Yeah, this is quite the Rorschach moment we're having right here, isn't it? I saw a dog and she saw a fucking demon. Okay. Where the hell does that come from? What's her brain made of? Can't say I'd mind finding out a little more about what goes on in there. Alright, fucking calm down. I'm trying to see what she saw. I guess she saw, like, this part as the elephant trunk. And then this is the brain? I think it's pretty obviously a dog, right? Like, this is the face, and then you got the leggies, you know? I think it's pretty straightforward myself. Whatever. This vase looks expensive. I wonder how much we could get for it. Are you gonna steal it? Heh. I mean, you know, little entrepreneurial spirit. Oh. Okay. That's the bathroom wall. Astute. Thank you. There are square tiles all over it. Very astute. Yes, quite. That's the shower knob. Let's see if anything happens when we turn it on. No water's coming out. And this? There's a little blue platform protruding from the shower wall next to the knobs. It's for putting soap on. I used the shower once, so I know. Once? Just once? Okay. They've all got geometric shapes on them. Ah, the toilet. Now let's check the toilet. There's nothing there. The tank's empty too. There isn't even any water in it. Well, that's disappointing. What about the toilet roll? A collection of full and partially depleted rolls of toilet paper. Someone was well prepared. There's nothing too suspicious about it. My disappointment is immeasurable. It's the shower head. It feels dry. That probably means no one's used it in a long time. Alright. Why don't we go back to the living room? Okay, let's go back. Why did they have a dialogue for that? Alright, let's see. We've got matches. Wonderful. Search. It's a box of matches. There are matches inside, obviously. Nothing obviously suspicious about it. We got a little M on it, or perhaps a W. Junpei looked down blankly at what he was holding, then up at June.
Oh yeah, how's your fever? You feeling better now?
Yes, I'm fine.
June certainly looked fine.
Let me see your forehead.
Junpei held his hand on her forehead for a few seconds.
Guess it really has gone down.
Are you worried about me?
Yeah, guess I am.
Yeah, I guess I am.
June blushed and giggled.
By the way, Jumpy? How did you end up here?
What do you mean? I told you earlier, didn't I?
There was a man with a gas mask when you got home at night.
We do not know that's their pronouns.
You inhaled some white smoke and passed out. When you woke up, you were on D-deck.
The dick deck.
Damn straight.
Damn straight on the dick deck.
But is that really the truth?
What?
Okay.
Jumpy, are you hiding something from me?
No, why would I?
They better fucking not be. I'm still upset after Danganronpa 3 was like, oh, by the way, you were the killer for the first trial the whole fucking time. We just didn't show you any of the key information. Like, they better not just suddenly be like, it was Junpei that murdered them all the whole time.
Well, if you think about it, this is awfully suspicious. I mean, why would two childhood friends bump into each other in a place like this?
Hey, I could ask you the same thing.
Alright guys, fucking calm down. Remember to stay hydrated.
Are you hiding something?
What would I hide?
Well, I don't know. Anything. I mean, you're hiding it. How would I know?
Okay guys, can we calm the fuck down? This is quite the escalation from, ooh, a box of matches.
You mean like the number of men I've dated?
Alright, how about we get things back on track here with a nice anecdote about EDT. How many? Just out of curiosity. I guess I would like to know now that you've brought it up. Junpei's heart stumbled over itself.
Do you want to know?
I mean, now that you've mentioned it, yes. What do we think? What do we think is the ballpark number of men June has dated before? It can't be terribly high, right? She just doesn't seem the type to, like, date people easily. Probably not very many. I'd wager we don't know how old she is either. I'd guess somewhere in the neighborhood of like 3 or so. She just doesn't seem like the type that would like easily date somebody. He had to admit he was a little curious.
Don't worry.
She smiled at him.
Only 18.
Oh, well, good for her.
Time 0.
Oh, well, that's less exciting.
Yeah, I guess I just haven't met Mr. Right yet.
June looked a little embarrassed and scratched the back of her head in a desperate attempt to seem nonchalant. Nothing wrong with that. That's fine. No, it doesn't matter how many it was.
Yeah, I see.
Junpei coughed quietly in much the same way.
Anyway, I'm not hiding anything. Just like you, Jumpy. When I woke up, I was on D-deck.
The dick deck.
Well, you do have a point. I mean, why did Zero pick us? We haven't seen each other since elementary school.
I wonder.
Maybe it's like he picked a bunch of people that connect to each other in some way, because this has to tie back into the knowledge transfer thing and the telepathy, right? So maybe we're more conducive to transferring information between each other because we know each other, right? We've got brother and sister, allegedly, childhood friends, maybe, I don't know. It's gotta come back to this this knowledge transfer somehow.
Look for what connects the victims. That will lead you to the culprit. Do you remember Seven saying something like that?
Yeah, I do.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, so there was foreshadowing that he was a detective. How about that? It all comes back around.
I think this must all have something to do with a classmate of ours.
You got any ideas who it might be?
No, nothing.
Oh.
So where did that come from?
Well, if it had something to do with school, then it could be one of our teachers, or maybe the principal?
The number of suspects is growing quite rapidly.
Or the janitor, or the lunch lady.
No, I can barely remember any of them.
Yeah, I know.
Junpei went back to searching, feeling unpleasant and confused. Elementary school. Elementary school. Was there anything strange that had happened in elementary school? What if he was one of the children that got kidnapped the whole time? Huh? Maybe. Huh? Lotus did say that their kids were about Junpei's age, right? It's all coming together. It's a display case. But there's nothing being displayed. How sad. Looks like the drawers are empty too. Sofa? Jumpy, what are you doing? We don't have time to be relaxing on a sofa. Oh. This is a bit of a weird bed, isn't it? During the initial flashes, I thought this was like a cot, but it's a bed. It's a light blue blanket with some designs on it. Someone's made the bed, or at least never unmade it. What a weird thing to say. There's only bed sheets under the blanket, nothing exciting. The pillows? Look, there's 2 pillows right next to each other. Guess it's a double. Huh? What's up? You're turning red. Oh man, is her fever back? Hey, are you alright? Do you need to lay down for a minute? I'm fine. I think it's still a little early for that. Huh? Hey, seriously, are you really okay? My man's kind of an idiot. A bed frame. Now we don't have to worry about falling off. I toss and turn when I sleep. She's blushing again. What the hell is she thinking about? This guy. What's this picture? Oh, it's the boat. This isn't a painting. Is it a map? It looks like a map of the ship's interior. Oh, this is a great find. I think it'll be really useful. Let's take it with us. It is now possible to use the map screen. Junpei took one last look at the map, then folded it up and slid it back into his pocket. June looked up as he closed it.
This ship is bigger than I thought.
Yeah, it's probably about 900 feet long.
Must be one of those fancy cruise ships.
Of course, it doesn't really look like a cruise ship. Everything in here is really retro. Huh. Even if it's just some sort of style choice, there's just too much.
But what about it doesn't look like a cruise ship? This looks pretty like a cruise ship to me. What else is it? A fucking research vessel? With beds like this? I don't think so, dog.
Do you remember what Zero said?
I was just sort of I forgot how bad his voice filter was, so I was just sort of looking off so I couldn't see the subtitles, and I had no fucking clue what he said, dude.
Do you think maybe this boat and the Titanic have something to do with each other?
That's a good point.
Well, conveniently we know about the other anecdote already. This is maybe the gigantic.
I doubt he would have mentioned it if there wasn't a reason.
Junpei took a moment to look around the room.
Do you think this boat is...
Oh, the Titanic? A replica seems more reasonable to say out of nowhere.
a replica of the Titanic?
A replica?
Yeah, you know, like a copy of the actual boat.
Who on earth would make something like that?
Fans. Crazy Titanic fans.
No way. Do you even know how much money that would take?
That would be far from the most frivolous thing that rich people have spent their money on.
No idea. But all they've got to do is break even, you know?
Break even?
Yeah, they could use it as a cruise ship. Climb aboard a piece of history, sail around the world in the resurrected Titanic. Hell, with marketing like that, they'd probably have more customers than they'd know what to do with.
It could just be a huge vanity thing. Do you not know how rich people are?
Do you really think people would want to ride on a ship with such an ominous past?
100% yes.
It's the site of the worst accident in history. Over 1,500 people died. I wouldn't be surprised if you'd get cursed just for going.
You know, it's always a little weird when games pull out trivia like that, like over 1,500 people dying, you know, like how many people just know off the top of their head how many people died on the Titanic, you know? I guess it's not an exact number. I don't know, it just kind of always bothers me when people know like really specific facts like that.
A curse, huh?
Jumpy, do you believe in that sort of thing? You know, curses and stuff?
100% yes. I do.
Yeah, well, I guess so, to a certain extent.
Junpei scratched his temple.
What about you? No, I guess that's kind of a dumb question.
Yes, I do believe in curses. In fact, I think it was a curse that sunk the Titanic.
What?
Well, let's not get carried away.
A curse sank the Titanic. The curse of the Egyptian mummy.
That is not what I expected you to say. Junpei couldn't understand how June had maintained a straight face to say that.
Supposedly, the Titanic carried the mummy of the priestess Amun-Ra, which was stolen from a pyramid.
Is this true?
They say that the mummy had a history.
Is this true? I've never heard this before.
Everyone involved with it died mysterious deaths. Come on, I'm sure you've heard of it before. Those who open the coffin will be forever cursed. Haven't you ever heard that one?
I would definitely not be going around cracking open mummy coffins for sure, you know?
So you're saying the Titanic sunk because of that curse?
That's right!
Jun's eyes had lit up with excitement, like a child with a new toy.
That mummy, the priestess, supposedly, she was special.
What do you mean?
Well, supposedly, she was really pretty.
Pretty?
Yes.
But she was a mummy.
Well, not... you know...
That's right.
Oh, really?
She wasn't all shriveled up or rotten or anything. She almost looked alive.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, well, she was not like a mummy. My bad, my bad.
Oh, okay, I get it. Okay, it's that thing. I don't remember the name. Where your body turns into some kind of wax? Yeah? The fat in it turns into something kind of like candle wax, right? And...
Yes, saponification. But that's not what it
Bro,
was.
she just busted out saponification like it was nothing. Oh my god.
Huh?
Imagine just pulling the word saponification out of your ass like that.
That's not it. She wasn't wax.
Then what was it?
They say that she was frozen.
What? Frozen?
What?
That's right. The whole body was frozen solid. You know how a human body is more than 60% water? Well, all of that water was frozen. The story says that from the time of its discovery all the way through to when it got put on the Titanic.
How is this going to connect to the knowledge transfer?
Even though it was carried through the desert, her body never melted.
That's crazy.
I think so too, but maybe it's true and we just didn't know about it before.
I didn't know?
Yep. Maybe it's common sense to eat shaved ice in the desert because it lasts forever.
Huh? Nah, that seems too silly to be true.
But maybe it isn't. It just appears that way because you didn't know it was true.
Well, yeah,
Okay. That was some real, like, what if nobody ever told you a bullet flies straight shit right there? Jun and Junpei talked a little more and then went back to their investigation. But even as they did, his mind went back to what she told
Ice
him.
that doesn't melt, even in the desert? Does something like that really exist? No, even if it did, it wouldn't really be ice anymore, would it?
The more he thought about it, the more his head hurt. Like he'd eaten his ice cream too fast. That was a bit of a weird one. That doesn't really... It just doesn't seem to connect to the other stories we were told on the other path. So, like... Well, not even on the other path. It still branches off from here. Because the other ones connected so nicely with the knowledge transfer thing, but that did not connect at all. It's a bottle of water in it. This is a bedroom. They probably have it here because your throat always feels dry when you wake up, you know? My throat's dry, but I think that's because I'm a little nervous right now. Well, we did run a lot, so we're kind of sweaty. Hey, Jumping, do you want to take a shower together? Whoa. Italicized whoa. Just kidding. Too late to take it back. My brain's already working out the picture. My throat was dry already. This isn't helping. A wooden cupboard. There are cups inside, surprising no one. Okay. Well, this has been productive so far. Oh, that opened! How pleasantly surprising. Dresser key. It's a little, you know, a little geometric, a little funky. There's nothing inside. This is the mirror for the dresser. And now she's playing with her hair. Does she even realize she's doing that? Hey, we don't have time for that. Come on. It's not like there's anyone here you need to impress. Yes, there is. Who? This guy. What? Why are you so quiet all of a sudden? Oh, forget it, Jumpy. This fucking guy, man. Alright, well, I feel like we've investigated everything over here. Jumpy, where are you going? I was thinking of going over to Lotus's room. Why? What do you mean, why? I'm just gonna go check up on them. Is there something wrong with that? Well, no. Come back soon. Sure thing. Why don't you come with me? I'll leave the rest to you. Sure, leave it to me. Alright, off to the other room. Oh, hello. This is a little weird, isn't it now? It's a tile with a black and white pattern on it. Looks like a valuable vase. Empty, though. Seems to be a room to the left of the vase. Ah, of course. This is the bathroom wall. Thank you. Why did multiple people feel the need to say that? The whole wall is covered in these square tiles. Does this one work? That's the shower knob. I tried turning it, but no water comes out. Any soap? Okay. What about this toilet? Is there anything in the toilet? Guess not. The tank's empty too. The toilet roll, though? Some toilet paper. We got 2 rolls, I guess. Alright, well, this has been tremendous so far. I feel like we're making a lot of progress. Oh! Hello there. A candle with a candlestick. This might come in handy. Combine. I know. If I use these matches to light the candle... Lit candle. Hell yeah, brother. I don't know why we did that yet, but... Well, this is a display case. Check it out. These plates and shit look really expensive. You want to take a look? Come on, you stupid thing. Open. It's locked? Looks that way. And we need to find the key that opens it. Well, conveniently, I have a key. I did not click on the lock. It's not opening. Alright, let's... Alright, you grab a side of the table and I'll get the other. Let's smash this bitch open. I don't think that's gonna work. This looks like tempered glass. I don't think throwing a table at it's gonna break it. Damn, guess this is the wrong key. Well, that's disappointing. That means there's gotta be another one somewhere around here. Otherwise, we aren't gonna be able to open that thing. Junpei, I don't mean to pry, but... You lit that candle so we could check that room over there, right? Oh. Yeah. I mean, it is dark, you know. Yeah, so. Well, you need to take it with you, otherwise there's not much point lighting it. Okay, if you say so. Maybe we can take a look around. It gets so hot when I hold it. I want to put it down. Well, why don't you set it on top of the dresser? It's flat there, at least it won't fall over. Oh yeah, good idea. Fucking Junpei, man. Hey, it got pretty bright. Now we can look around a little. Open this bad boy. It's locked. That's okay, we have a key. Please, thank you. Open. Let's see if this... Yes, it worked. No, the drawer. Ah, delightful. So we're trying to make a copy of the picture that's in the other room, huh? Nothing else besides the tile, though. This is the mirror for the dresser. Damn straight. Nothing weird about it, though. Okay. Little dark. Hey, Junpei. It's a cupboard. There's a freaking cupboard in here. Are you alright? Hey, don't give me that. Come on. A cupboard in a bedroom can only mean there's a safe in here. Really? Damn, there's nothing in here. Got me all worked up for nothing. It's a bottle of water. Oh, then we're gonna need this. There's a picture of an old cruise ship. Is it the Titanic? Curtain. Search it. A curtain, huh? It's got all these metal rings. You can probably hang it from somewhere, you know? Yeah, it doesn't look like a normal curtain. The way it feels, I think it's probably waterproof, which would make this a shower curtain. A shower curtain, huh? Cool. Anything under the blanket? Nope. Pillows? 2 pillows in a pile. Oh. A pile of pillows. Is that supposed to be some kind of joke? Hey, calm down. Okay, good talk, team. Huh? Hey, what the hell? It just got dark all of a sudden. Maybe the candle got blown out? We should go see. Well. It's a candlestick covered in melted wax on top of the dresser. Hey, what's this? On top of the candlestick looks kind of weird. You're right. It's all bumpy. Oh, how about that? It's a key. So that means it's probably for this. Let's see if this candlestick will do anything. Yes, it opened. Alright, pull that shit open. Tremendous.
Hey, Junpei, you got a minute?
Santa had shown up out of nowhere and gave Junpei no small start.
Here, take this.
Santa pulled something out of his pocket.
A bookmark?
It looked... Whoops. I've, might have knocked over the screen and also the camera that was on top of it. And now the screen is not coming back on. There we go. It looked like a bookmark. It had a 4-leaf clover in it.
What is this for? Do you want me to read a book?
I found it in between some of the cushions on the sofa. Pretty sure it ain't gonna be any help to us, but I figured we might as well hang on to it anyway.
Then why don't you hold on to it?
Santa gave him a wry smile.
You know what I hate most in the world?
Oh, my God.
I got 4 things. Hope, faith, love, and luck.
Okay, dude. Whatever you say.
Hope, faith, love, and luck?
Damn straight.
And you hate these things?
Okay, man.
Yeah, you got a problem with that?
Well, it's super fucking cringe, but...
Not really, but...
Junpei tried to figure out how best to phrase what he wanted to say. You're so cringe, bro.
What does a bookmark have to do with any of that?
Santa scratched the back of his ear and looked awkward.
Well, see, each leaf on the 4-leaf clover has a meaning to it, okay? And that meaning is pretty much those 4 words. It's like a flower language. Well, I guess it's not a flower, is it? So, leaf language, I guess? Yeah, you could call them leaf words.
What are you talking about?
Leaf words.
Junpei looked at the bookmark.
Hope, faith, love, and luck. The meaning of the leaves on a 4-leaf clover.
So, yeah, I want you to take it, okay? Just touching it gives me the creeps. Take the damn thing, alright?
Okay. Whatever you say, man. Santa pretended to shiver with disgust and shoved the bookmark into Junpei's confused hands.
Here.
What do you want to do? I mean, I'll take it. Decided to take it. After all, why shouldn't he?
Alright, sure. I'll take it.
He shoved the thing into his pocket and gave Santa a last confused look.
Oh, man, I feel a lot better now. That thing was a real pain, you know?
Do you really hate those 4 words that much?
Yeah, well, they can all betray you, you know?
Oh my god.
Hope, faith, love, even your destiny.
What had happened to Santa? Junpei wondered. How had he become such a bitter person? For a moment, they looked at each other.
Well, that's not my only reason.
What?
That's not the only reason I hate the 4-leaf clover. I just can't bring myself to like the number 4.
What, worried about the 4 horsemen?
Nah, come on, man. That's just silly. Maybe back in the Dark Ages, that kind of crap scared people. But this is the 21st century. And I'm a 21st century guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little insulted.
Okay.
Then why do you hate 4 so much?
'Cause it's a half-ass number. Not the best or the worst. That's why.
What the fuck does that mean?
What?
Yeah. What? Without a question mark. What? Period.
9 is a way better number. So what if it's last place, right? At least it's not some lame-ass middle number.
What? Are you 0? Like, what are you doing here?
What are you...
Santa's explanation made no sense. Junpei was even more confused than before.
You play?
Play?
You mean, like, the stock market?
You mean like the stock market?
Nah, that's not what I mean. Why the hell would you think that?
It was the other option. It was the clearly wrong option.
I mean, yeah, I do stocks too, but...
Oh, I bet you fucking do, you crypto bro. That last statement, more or less thrown away by Santa, caught Junpei very much by surprise.
You? A stockbroker?
Yeah, got a problem with that?
No, you don't look like the type.
This game was made before crypto, but this dude would definitely be into crypto. What Junpei didn't say, of course, was that he didn't think Santa looked smart enough to be a stockbroker. Very valid take on him.
Man, that stuff's just like gambling, you know? All you gotta do is bet on the winning horse. Nothing that hard about it.
You sure sound pretty confident. So, are you betting on winning horses?
Of course I am. You remember a couple years back when the stock for Cradle Pharmaceuticals shot through the roof?
Ooh, it's all coming together.
Stacked a few bills over that, if I do say so myself.
Huh. You've got investment in Cradle Pharmaceuticals, have you? How curious. Was all Junpei could think of. He'd never even heard of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Fortunately, he was saved quickly from further embarrassment.
How long are you gonna stand around wasting time? Stop screwing around.
The voice screaming at them from the other room was unmistakably Lotus's. Junpei and Santa looked at each other.
The lady has spoken.
Santa sighed.
We better get back to work before we really piss her off. I don't want her beating me up.
And with that, Santa walked off slowly.
Hey, wait! We weren't done!
A shareholder in Cradle Pharmaceuticals. How curious. He started after Santa, intending to catch him, but Lotus appeared from the next room, blocking his path. Her posture suggested she was not about to let him pass. There was nothing for it. He had lost.
Okay, I'll get back to work. Damn it.
Her glare suggested any other choice would not end pleasantly for him. Junpei mumbled to himself under his breath and went back to his search. Alright, so which shower is missing the curtain? Is it this one? Are you missing the... No. Get the shower curtain. You are missing your curtain. There's a curtain rod running along the ceiling. Let's put that shower curtain on these hooks. Let's try spreading the curtains. That's a pretty obvious peephole. Somebody's really dedicated. And with a hole this big, you gotta wonder if maybe they wanted to be caught. So you're saying that maybe the one getting spied on was into that shit? Maybe they were into, like, home invasion fantasies. Home invasion. Interesting. I see. This is, quite the assumption we're making here. It's not exactly uncommon, but, it's a little weird to just pull out of nowhere. You two are real idiots, you know that? Anyway, so, please let me look through the peephole now. It's a hole in the curtain. If I look at it from ways back, I can see a single tile. Alright, from here I can see what tile it is. Looks like it's 5th from the top, 3rd from the right. Alright, look at the hole I can see. Yeah. Let's have a closer look, shall we? Nothing strange here. Nope, the thing's not budging. Well then that means... We don't have anything else, do we? No. Oh, on the other side, on the other room. Yeah. What's up? You going back already? I can't just leave June by herself. Oh, you think you're her knight or her protector or something? You're creeping me out. Shut the fuck up, weirdo. Whatever, man. I'm going. Alright, now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here it is. This one's loose. I think I can get under it with my nails, and yes, we've done it. Alright. Back over to the other room. I gotta go check up on them. Alright, let's do this. There's a tile, so I guess I'm supposed to put the tiles in the empty spaces. Alright, I'm gonna give it a shot. So this goes up there. Are these? Ah, here we go. Let's do it. Let's go. Easy peasy. Yes, I did it. There, picture complete. And there goes the frame. What's this? What do you mean, what's this? Pretty obvious, isn't it? It's a hole in the wall. Like a hidden safe or something, you know? Anyway, let's take a look. I think there's something hidden inside. The Mars key. Junpei messed around a bit with the key he had and looked blankly at the picture that slid down.
What's the deal with this picture, anyway?
It's a dog. Santa had only been mumbling to himself, but it drew Lotus's attention. She looked at the picture and paused.
I think I've seen this picture before.
Where?
In a book. There's a British biochemist named Sheldrake. He has a rather interesting theory.
Okay, this sounds like it's gonna be a weird anecdote.
I saw this picture in his book.
What's this interesting theory?
Morphogenetic fields, which relies on the theory of morphic resonance.
Holy fucking shit, that is not what I expected you to say. That sounded real intense. I thought it was gonna be about, like, psychology. I thought it was gonna be a Rorschach thing.
Man, I can't deal with this. Just listening to you talk about it is giving me a headache.
Santa put his hands on his head as though he were in great pain. Lotus merely arched an eyebrow in his direction and continued.
It's not a difficult concept to grasp. In essence, he states that the shape of living organisms and their behavioral patterns are transmitted through a field not visible to the eye.
What part of that isn't difficult, exactly?
Lotus did not look pleased.
All right, how about this? Theory of the telepathic mechanism.
Oh, it's all coming back together.
Telepathy?
Yes, telepathy. Well, perhaps not exactly telepathy, but it's close enough for a simple approximation.
Santa suddenly burst into laughter.
Are you serious? Telepathy? Who do you think we are? Kids from the 70s? I can't believe someone would actually do serious research on something like that.
I'm sorry to tell you this, but a lot of people did. There was a lot of serious research done on this.
Yes, I agree.
Lotus's response was surprisingly curt. Junpei had expected at least some conflict.
I read the book, but I can hardly say I understood it. I'm in no position to defend or condemn anything it said. It was probably just someone latching onto a statistical outlier from some study and turning it into a ridiculous theory.
Who would do such a thing?
There's no scientific merit to any of it, I'm sure. But even so,
So, like, what the fuck is a morphogenetic field, though? Can you please tell me a little bit more about this, seeing as it connects to telepathy and I'm trying to work on a theory here?
Anyway, I saw a picture like that one in his book.
Lotus indicated the picture they'd all been looking at. After a moment, she walked up to the strange picture, examined it, then spoke.
Hey, What do you think this picture looks like?
A dog. Santa answered first.
What do you mean? Isn't it just like abstract or something like that?
Somebody has no imagination.
It's just black and white scribbles. There's no meaning there. That's it.
He is just... He is so terminally uncurious about the world.
What about you, Junpei? Does it look like anything to you?
It's a dog.
I guess it looks like...
What the fuck? It's a dog. This last one really comes out of nowhere.
maybe a dog. No, see, you got the head here, and then these are the front paws, and then these are the back paws.
Junpei traced the black contours. Fucking nailed it, dog.
See?
Oh, I see it. I guess you've got a point.
Santa, despite his constant aloofness, was clearly impressed. Junpei glanced over at Lotus. She looked stunned.
How did you know? You're right.
What? Is it really that hard to see?
I didn't think you would have been able to guess that.
Is it really that hard to see? For a brief moment, Junpei felt a swell of pride.
So, now we know what it's a picture of, but I don't see how that helps us.
Lotus nodded and began to speak.
A TV show from Great Britain did an experiment once. They took two similar pictures.
Just real quick, who the fuck says Great Britain in conversation? I'm from England, and I don't say Great Britain in conversation.
Both of them were difficult to identify, initially.
Is it really? Am I crazy? Is this really hard to identify? I think it's pretty obviously a dog.
But once you figured out the answer, you couldn't see it as anything else. These two pictures. The first was a woman wearing a hat. The other one, well, to make it easier, let's just say it was this picture of a dog. So, their experiment. First, they sent the picture to other parts of the world, outside the reach of British airwaves.
That's a woman wearing a hat? Oh, I see it. This is like the face, right? She's got a real big honker.
To Ireland, the US, Africa, Europe, etc. Then, in each country, they gathered a number of test subjects, roughly 1,000 people. They were shown the two pictures and asked, what does this picture look like to you? The results weren't really interesting on their own. 9.2%.
Oh, I was seeing it very differently.
Saw the lady in the lady picture. 3.9% saw the dog in the dog picture.
See, the problem is that this looked like hair to me. Or, well, you know, it didn't register as a hat, but now I guess I see it. This one's a little harder to see, I think. Really? Less people saw the dog? The dog looks so much clearer.
They aired a new program on their show. During the 30-minute show, they broadcast the dog picture and its solution. The audience was estimated to be 200,000 people. After the broadcast, it was a safe bet that the number of people who knew the solution to the dog picture was at least that many. After another 2 days passed, they gathered more research subjects from areas outside the reach of British TV and radio. This time, they only found a sample of roughly 850 people. Naturally, none of them had participated in the first test. They were, however, given the same test and the same two pictures. The results were startling. 10% of the people saw the lady in the lady picture. The previous test sat at a 9.2% success rate. Not much of a change statistically. The dog picture, however, produced a very different result. The percentage of people able to successfully find the dog, it went from 3.9% to 6.8%, a very significant increase. So do you understand? Do you realize the significance of this experiment?
No, not really.
There was no way the second group could have seen the picture. They lived far away from Britain and couldn't have seen it. But even so, it was only the success rate for the dog picture that went up. Why? How did that happen?
I guess.
What does it mean?
But, like, what were the numbers of people involved? Like, what if it was just like 7 more people or something? I don't know. I don't think that that's all that crazy. Lotus looked back and forth from Junpei to Santa and back again. Normally calm and collected, she now looked as though she was nearly possessed, and there was something manic about her manner. So, if this is going to tie back into the other anecdotes we've heard so far, discounting the mummy, presumably the information, the implication is that the information entered a kind of collective unconscious and then was transmitted to everybody else invisibly, right? Because it has to connect to the other anecdotes somehow. Santa took an involuntary step backward. Junpei didn't budge and stared straight back into Lotus's eyes.
Oh, wait, does this have something to do with that field? Or whatever it was that you were talking about earlier? A field not visible to the eye. So, if more people know the answer, then that information will pass through the field.
Psych.
Her manner suddenly shifted and Lotus smiled broadly at Junpei and Santa. She waved her hand dismissively, doing her best not to laugh the whole confrontation off.
I was just kidding. You really shouldn't take me seriously. Well, I mean, the things I just told you about are true. They really did happen. But the results of that experiment really aren't anything to go by. They could have easily falsified them. In the end, I'm sure they were just in it for the ratings. They are a TV station after all.
It's just really fucking weird, man. At last, it seemed that Santa had gained control of his composure.
Right. Man, I gotta admit, you had me there for a minute. I, really thought you were serious.
Of course not. Like I told you before, I'm sure it's all just pseudoscience.
Oh, okay, right.
So, like, this is 3 different stories we've been told now about information being transferred, like, unconsciously, basically. So that's obviously a pretty big deal, right? Like, the foreshadowing on this one's getting laid on pretty thick. So, like, what's the point exactly, though? Like, how do the nonary games connect to transferring information? No, Santa and Lotus laughed and gave one another jovial claps on the shoulder. Junpei, however, didn't feel much like laughing. Something felt wrong, unclear.
All right, enough nonsense. We've got the key. Let's get out of here.
Word.
Lotus and Santa walked away from the picture, but Junpei stayed, staring at the picture of the dog.
A field not visible to the naked eye. Morphogenetic field.
That's also such a specific word, isn't it? Well, no, you know, such a specific term. The more he thought about it, the more his head hurt. So, like, controlling people, telepathy, transferring information, brainwaves, mummies that were crystallized? I don't, man. Alright, let's go to the hallway. I'll go get June. You guys head to the door. We're going in the same direction, but you know. Yes, it unlocked. Good job, Junpei. Good, now we can get going. Come on, what are you standing around for? Let's get out of here. Come on, Junpei, let's go. Alright, let's go. What the fuck is any of this got to do with information transfer? I mean, we've completed one branch, so obviously we're just not meant to know yet, but... Man. What the fuck does information transfer have to do with anything that's going on?